starting with a phrase that many girls dream of, "I want to shine like a star, even from afar. I will prove that I am here." At a luxurious hotel, the host's introduction echoes as the wedding preparations come to an end. We will soon welcome today's main characters, groom Cheonggu and bride Mi Ran Mun. Let's give them a round of applause. Please welcome the groom as he enters the wedding hall. Like other guests in the wedding hall, a girl was also intently watching the groom. There's something strange about her. She dresses completely covered up, always adjusting her glasses like she's afraid of being recognized by someone. The girl seemed quite tense and kept asking herself how she could let that traitor go unpunished. Returning to what happened last week, the wedding invitation was coldly placed on the table. The girl looked at it intently with curiosity, while the groom casually sipped his coffee. She looked at him in confusion, seeking an answer, only to receive the most brutal response. "I'm getting married soon. Your future father-in-law is a top presidential candidate." Cheonggu also emphasized that this is why our status has gradually become separated. "I can't tell if you're naive or just plain stupid." The affectionate moments of happiness between them suddenly shattered in the young woman's mind. The deceitful man didn't stop there and continued using his words to criticize, while you didn't even question why he would ignore your calls once a month just because of a photo shoot. So, the romantic dates between them were nothing but a lie. He even pretended to be grateful, like, "How would you know what a photo shoot abroad is like if you've never done it before?" And the hundreds and thousands of good memories between the two were shattered. Amidst the enthusiastic applause from the guests in the wedding hall, after quickly savoring the soup, the girl kept reminding herself to be patient, to stay patient for her own sake. "He invited me here to eat, so let's eat first. Consider this the last gift for him." She was just about to enjoy the sandwich in her hand. Suddenly, she heard a voice, "Excuse me, miss." The hotel staff, looking both apologetic and embarrassed, continued, "This spot has already been reserved, but I can guide you to your seat if I know your name." The girl suddenly widened her eyes in confusion for a moment. Seeing the confusion and anticipation in the female staff's eyes, the more it makes me feel ashamed of myself. Her mind was swirling with thoughts. What am I doing here? Why am I just sitting here eating like this? Maybe it's because I want to pretend not to care, or because I want him to worry when he sees me. If it's not for that, then perhaps it was because of the gratitude for Cheonggu's words when he found her in despair. "So, your parents passed away in an accident. Living alone must be hard for you. From now on, I will always be by your side." Then came a gentle, affectionate touch on the drenched cheek. Those thoughts resurfaced in her mind, making her constantly blame herself, still lingering on those words. "I don't want to admit it, but no one is as foolish as me." Seeing the tears of this special guest, the female staff member, despite feeling awkward, had to gently remind her, "I'm sorry, but this is his seat." The girl immediately stood up. Then suddenly shouted, "Jura Hoang, my name is Jura Hoang." The hotel staff continued to guide, "Miss Jura Hoang, please follow me." After returning to her seat, she realized with frustration that she had been placed in the corner. Then suddenly realized, "What's wrong with my face? Better put on my glasses." Jura rummaged through her bag while muttering, "Where are my glasses? You probably left it on the table." The soup bowl had just a few ragged pieces left. The handsome guest suddenly fell silent, unable to speak. "I thought he had already eaten it," the friend sitting next to him exclaimed in surprise. "Sung Hyun Kang, did they serve the soup as soon as you sat down?" Sung Hyun immediately denied it. "No. I don't eat this dish." He was still curious about the glasses when suddenly a cool breeze swept by. Jura nodded repeatedly and quickly said, "I sincerely apologize." At that moment, Sung Hyung suddenly realized she was the one eating. "Then I kept watching her, feeling like I had seen her somewhere before. Where did I meet her?" I like the way Sung, when his desk mate wasn't paying attention, quietly slid the other bowl of soup closer to himself. Just started eating slowly while thinking, "Well, even if I remember, what difference would it make?" While Jura was still fumbling to put his glasses back on, he couldn't understand why he was suddenly so flustered. The joyous shout rang out, "Jura!" The manager excitedly continued, you passed, it's time for you to go there." Jura also exclaimed with joy, "What? Is it true that time chose me?" And then came their joyful, tight embrace. While Jura was still in shock, wondering if she was dreaming, the girl quickly confirmed, "It's real, you fool, you're crying again." To be more specific about the timing, It is a new film by director Dong Han-do, a representative of South Korea's film industry. This movie is highly anticipated due to the appearance of two box office stars, Seung Hyun Kang and Chung Hyun. At this moment, Jura is still floating in happiness, thinking about the past 2 months, when she spent time participating in the selection for the female lead but eventually gave up because no one contacted her. Finally, she has escaped from 7 years of obscurity. Let's take a look at Jura's artistic achievements. First, there's the beverage commercial CD, where she appeared on screen for a full 2 seconds. Moving on to the coming-of-age drama film, Jura reluctantly plays the role of the main character's friend. The most recent appearance was in a sports drink commercial, but it wasn't very remarkable, just a supporting role for the leading actress. Faced with countless questions from Jura, now is not the time to celebrate. Didn't they say we should go there to read the script? Can we hurry there since the female actor has been replaced? Maybe the filming has been postponed. Her manager quickly clarified, no, they said production is still on schedule. They said you have to attend the filming in Busan after 3 days. Jura heard this and immediately looked worried. What? Are you sure it's filming and not a script reading? Seeing her nod again to confirm, yeah. She suddenly felt a sense of disappointment, realizing she had no lines. Even so, Jura tried asking again, sister, is it really Harem's role? The manager immediately asked Harem, looking puzzled. But they said it was Sue's role. That answer made the whole world seem to collapse right in front of my eyes. Jura gave a weary smile, then slowly sank to the ground, her voice full of bitterness, that's right. Before the manager's worried call, Jura, what's wrong? To understand better why she was so devastated, the role of Susie is the ex-girlfriend of the male lead. Her face appeared many times in memories. She was desperate and eventually took her own life. Even though I already knew all the lines by heart. But she still felt desperate, thinking that if she had to play someone who lost the will to live, then kept comforting herself, maybe she could do it well. So just a second later, Jura brightened up again. All right, what if I act well and get public attention? When will I get to star in time again? Her sister quickly encouraged her. Exactly, and also, now you can return it directly. She focused her thoughts for a moment on the handkerchief. Suddenly remembered, that's right, it's been a year but. A story from a year ago, after the director angrily yelled cut. Then she glanced over at Jura and grumbled, Red Ribbon Girl, how many times have you messed up? She was just a supporting role, but she kept messing up, even the lead actor didn't make that mistake. At that moment, Jura could only bow her head and accept the blame. The manager looked genuinely worried and asked, Jura, are you okay? That director will yell at people when he's upset. Sorry Jura, you got yelled at for no reason, she quickly responded after hearing these words, hey, there's no need to apologize. You're making me feel bad. After that, she left awkwardly, saying, sis, I'm going to the restroom for a bit. Jura was striding when the voice echoed in her mind, the girl with the red ribbon. This felt like a knife slicing into her heart, stopping her in her tracks. I keep wondering to myself, even though it's been 6 years since I started acting, no one remembers my name. Then she quickly wiped away her tears. Why cry now? The shoot isn't even over yet. Suddenly, someone brought a handkerchief close to Jura. I thought he had already eaten it, the friend sitting next to him exclaimed in surprise, Seung Hyun Kang, did they serve the soup as soon as you sat down? When realizing it was Seung Hyun Kang. Why did he show up now? Jura tried to regain composure and greeted him, Senior, I'm sorry, the shoot has to stop because of me. I beg you. Jura hadn't even finished speaking when he was cut off by the man. This dress is sponsored, so don't get it.